Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mindfulness Monday. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to get started with our practice. So feel free to find a comfortable seat and we will get started. And I have a little visitor today. She's wagging her tail. All right. So allowing yourself to settle in. Noticing what your body's feeling like in this moment. Is there any tension or discomfort? Do you notice your back and your hips and your feet connected to the chair or the ground beneath you? Do you notice even the clothes on your skin? Simply giving yourself this opportunity to just tune in without any judgment, just simply noticing what's happening. Allowing yourself to take a breath in through the nose and a big breath out through the nose. Allowing yourself to let go of any excess tension that you're holding on to, if that's possible. And if it's not possible, that's okay. I invite you to bring your awareness now to your breath. And as you do so, noticing the abdomen expanding and contracting with each breath. Noticing the subtle movement of the spine, the chest, feeling the abdominal muscles expand and contract. Allowing your breath to become an anchor. So rather than breathing deeper, breathing less. Simply slowing it down. As you continue to slow your breath, if at any point your thoughts begin to wander, you start to think about things that you didn't do or you need to do, gently but firmly redirect your attention back to your breath as many times as you need to do that. And now bringing your awareness to the bottom of your feet. If you're seated, feeling the heels and the toes connected to the ground, maybe even allowing a little bit of gentle pressure with your toes. Feeling that moment of connection, of groundedness, knowing that you are safe and you're connected. So, regardless of what the day felt like, if you were going through the motions, one thing to the next, or if you're worrying about everything, you can take this moment to connect to your body, connect to your breath, connect to yourself. Now, noticing your knees and thighs. If you're seated, perhaps noticing the thighs resting on the chair beneath you. Noticing if there's any tension in the knees. Is there any swelling? Is there any pain? Stiffness? Taking a moment to give that area some attention. Breathing into that space. Seeing if you're able to soften it. You may or may not be. And now, moving up to your hips. As you move your attention here, noticing if you're holding anything here, any emotions, any tension. Taking a moment to breathe into this space. We so often hold things here. So let's give it some attention. Let's honor any emotions that might come up. Breathe into that space fully, allowing the pelvis to soften. Now moving up to the abdomen. So as you do so, are you holding any tension here? Does it feel tight and restricted? Are you able to breathe in and expand that space, or does it feel hard to breathe into that area? Noticing the ribs expanding, the belly button moving out and in. Bringing your awareness up now to the heart. And taking a moment to notice your heartbeat. Are you able to notice it? Is it beating fast or beating slow? Might be hard to tell at all. And now envision breathing in and out of the heart. Noticing that connection with your brain and your emotions. How often envisioning breathing in and out of the heart space can calm your nervous system down very quickly. Now moving up to the neck and shoulders. If you'd like, bringing your shoulders up towards your ears and then bringing them down, letting go of anything you might be holding on to. Now noticing your face, your jaw, perhaps opening your jaw just a little bit, even smiling, softening your facial expression. Notice how that feels for the rest of your body and your mind. Noticing how much tension is required to keep your eyes closed. Maybe softening. Our expressions are how we co regulate with others. So, noticing that as we move through our world, softening. And now expanding your awareness to include your entire body from the bottom of your feet to your knees and your hips, your pelvis, your abdomen, your heart, your shoulders, your face. Allowing yourself to be in the totality of this experience. Allowing yourself to simply just be without any judgment, without any labeling. Be exactly as you are. Noticing what it feels like to do that. And imagine what it would be like if we went through our world like this. If we truly appreciated moment to moment. If we responded versus reacted. So as you experience the present moment, noticing how you may be able to incorporate this in your day-to-day life even more so that you can live fully in the present. So thanking yourself as always for being here each and every week and dedicating this time towards more mindful living and cultivating mindfulness in your life. And most importantly, showing up for you so that you can show up for everyone else. All right. So, for the intention this week, I wanted to talk about responding versus reacting. So, I've mentioned this multiple times, but we want to always expect that stressful events are going to happen in our lives. Sometimes they can be really minor and insignificant, and sometimes they can be really major and traumatic. And so, we do want to know that this is part of the human experience. So, we can't avoid stressors, they are just part of life. And what we want to ultimately be able to do is really move, or let's just say act from our prefrontal cortex, where we have more ration and we have more insight, not from our emotional brain, our limbic system. And that's that fight or flight response. So ultimately, we want to respond with clarity and creativity versus react with, let's say, impulsivity. And of course, like anything, that sounds much easier said than done. And that's why I'm saying this, that it requires practice and practice and practice and practice. And so, even in your meditation practice, when you are redirecting your attention back to all the things you need to do, back to your breath, all the things you need to do, maybe back to my guidance, that is practice in and of itself. And so, when we can begin to redirect our attention, and we can do that throughout the day, to what is maybe more productive or more helpful in whatever the situation is, then we can ultimately lead a much calmer and more resilient life. And ultimately, as we always talk about the nervous system, it's about resilience and adaptability. So being able to adapt to any particular circumstance. All right. So thank you, as always, for joining Mindfulness Mondays. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much. Have a great night.